My name is Mike Smith. I'm a partner with Smith Barrett LLC, and I'm an estate planning attorney. So one of the things that people ask me a lot of times is like, should I do this now, or can I kind of put this off until later? I've got all these things on my plate. My kids are going to school every day, and I got to drive them to school, and I got sports afterwards, and we got work, and I got all these things going on. Do I really need to do this now? And the answer to the question is absolutely yes. You never know what's going to happen. I tell clients sometimes that I have a crystal ball, but it's broken. So I can't tell you when you're going to die. If I could, then I could do the planning very simply. But the reality is you never know what's going to happen. So it could be that tomorrow on your way to work, something bad happens, you end up in a situation where you're incapacitated, or you end up dead. And having the right plans in place, what that really does is it allows your family the space and time to deal with the emotional issues of your passing or the medical situation that you may have going on, and not have to worry too much about the immediate legal consequences of those events. So it's vitally important for everyone to do it now, not to put your head in the sand and put it off till later. Particularly for business owners, it's important. A lot of small business owners are kind of the principal energy in their firm. Maybe they wear a lot of hats, but a sudden loss of that business owner could be very detrimental to the business. And the problem for a business owner is that some of the assets that they have, the value in their estate, is that business. And if you don't have the right kinds of plans in place, then what happens is what I call a death spiral, basically. So, the business kind of stops operating as efficiently on a day-to-day basis. Sales fall off. Vendor relationships are damaged, and then ultimately the family winds up 6 months later trying to sell the business, and it's a fire sale. With the right kinds of plans in place, you can help to have your family realize the full value of your business. So I'm talking about like a buy-sell agreement, for example, and that's a simple thing. It's an agreement between two people that if I die, my estate's going to sell you my business, and you agree that you're going to buy it. And we can fund that with life insurance. We can fund that with a note where you say, well, I'll pay that over 10 years, for example. There are different ways to fund that, but it's really important to have that kind of plan in place to make sure that your family's going to realize the full value from your business. It's also important for your employees because, hey, if the boss winds up having something bad happen, those people's families are depending on their salary to help pay for their world, their mortgage on their home, their dinner on the table, that sort of thing. So it's important for everybody involved in a business that the owners have a solid buy-sell agreement in place or some sort of arrangements for what happens if one of them dies.